Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the beauty of working together. I don't know if we can kind of...
And we are live.
All right, good afternoon, backseaters. Happy gloomy Wednesday here in St. Paul. You're with the Ramsey County Sheriff's CAT team. I am Thomas Siegelstrom, and my partner today.
Long time no see, folks. It's Kyle Williams along for the ride. It's been quite a while since I've been on here. And no real reason. I think just been a kind of weird scheduling stuff between trainings and vacations. And well, the truth of the matter is, I conducted a poll, and an overwhelming majority of our backseaters say that Fabio Joe is far more entertaining to have broadcasting. So I thought I'd give the people what they want and let him kind of take over.
Nah, that's not what the people want. They want to see all the CAT teams. We're going to try to do our best to get everybody out here and get all the personalities going. So that is our goal, and now Kyle can't tell me no.
Well, either way, I'll have to try and get my ratings up. Bump up the numbers.
Here you go. So we'll see what we can do. Again, with the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office carjacking and auto theft team here in Ramsey County, Minnesota. Currently patrolling the capital city of St. Paul. We're on the east side. See what we got going on. There's vehicles, unfortunately, still being stolen, but we're seeing less and less of them out operating. It's been a little slow.
It's pretty apparent, actually, and I like to accredit what this team and our efforts have done to establish those reduced numbers, and this was kind of the goal, wasn't it? This is what we were kind of striving for, is to put a lid on the epidemic, if you will, of auto thefts and carjackings that kind of plagued this city and its surrounding area for a while there, from 2020 to 2021, and even in 2022 the numbers were overwhelmingly high.
I think in Ramsey County, at least, the county attorney's office and law enforcement agencies are starting to take it to another level with auto thefts. So
Squad 345-336.
Anything good?
No, nothing. Quite a few calls in pending right now, but they're all very low on the priority list.
Residential alarm covers the side window. They were able to get hold of a key holder. Refused to give their name and advised that the homeowner vehicle so should be on scene, disconnected on us.
On drugs, refusing to leave apartment. And our cold assault. Yeah, another gloomy gray day that we got here. We had ourselves a solid rain yesterday, all afternoon long, and even into the night. As I like to say, the grass is happy.
Is that what you said?
I'm a big yard guy, and I can already tell you, when I get old and become a grandpa and stuff, that's what all my family members are going to be like. They're going to be like, Grandpa would always say the grass is happy. It's one of those weird things of me, but yeah.
I mean, I guess I've never thought to, let's find sayings I can have for my
I don't know.
I'm still trying to get out of the infant stage with my kids.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. My kid, my 1-year-old, is just teething like you wouldn't believe right now, so that's been a little tough.
Is she walking yet?
She, not quite, but she is right there. She's taking steps, and she'll stand, and then she'll kind of do a little dance when we're playing music, and she honestly could. She really doesn't need support, but she doesn't know it yet. I know, that's what...
Bowden's climbing. He can climb the gate now. He got halfway up the safety
She's
gate.
a climber, that's for sure. She'll boogie up some stairs, no problem. And she's actually kind of good at... she'll climb up on a couch, and she'll actually kind of know how to orient her legs and feet to hop down. It's kind of interesting, but we're very close. Very, very close.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Gone are the days I could set him down and do something without having to worry he's into something.
fun. Thomas has some cookie dough bites here.
So if you've ever been to Quick Trip, they sell, it looks just like a clear plastic cup, edible cookie dough.
Yeah.
These have to be the best.
This is pretty.
They are
pretty tasty.
They're one of my probably things I don't get them often, but I saw them up in our county vending. So I thumbs up to whoever runs our vending department.
Well, I gotta say, I might resent you now for introducing me to these.
Well, you know, so at Quick Trip they have the fresh. It's like not fresh, but it's like where all the yogurt and fruit and like sandwiches are. It's in that cooler. So don't look there, but maybe look there.
Corvette.
You guys might have saw, if you kind of monitor any of the crime pages, St. Paul had a vehicle flee, a TZD car. It's one of the state-funded vehicles that are out looking for drunk drivers and such. And fled and was picked up by, I believe, Deputy Darren McDonald. Fled into Woodbury, correct?
Yeah, one of the East Metro.
And I'll pull it up. Vehicle eventually was pitted and drove out of the pit and intentionally rammed Deputy Nicole Sparks. Thankfully, she was not seriously hurt.
She is okay.
They had conduct another pit to get it to stop, and Woodbury, I believe, assisted and finally got that individual into custody. So, thank God, partner's not hurt. She sounds like she's doing good. Maybe her vehicle not so much, but that case is being worked on, and we're gonna get some charges on that individual. Some fleeing, criminal damage to property.
We'll be pursuing assault 2 charges too for that. If you intentionally swerve at an officer and strike them, I think that that fits the bill for assault 2.
It absolutely does. So we're going to do everything in our power to get that case where it needs to be. So
353.
I think you can view it. The state cameras have it up on one of the Minnesota crime pages, I believe. So again, good work. You know, an individual who was fleeing law enforcement and
significant criminal history, of course, and
Negative, you can disregard.
just goes to show that they're consistently a danger to the public and to us as well. It's good that we got someone like that off the street, at least temporarily.
Good work to all the agencies involved. We always appreciate the assistance on those calls. These bad guys don't know borders. They'll do anything in their power when they're fleeing to evade capture. So kudos to, I believe it was for sure Woodbury. I believe state came out and assisted.
I believe Darren's made some appearances on Live on Patrol, Friday nights and whatnot.
Yeah, he's
been a great addition to our team. He's not technically officially slotted with the CAT unit. He's more of an assistant to the sheriff.
He's a utility player.
Yes, he very much so, but he's definitely game to come out and play along with us, and it's great to have him. You know, it's funny. I've mentioned in my youth intervention works, I work with Assistant County Attorney Elizabeth Lahman, and she was part of a murder trial in St. Paul. This is a few years ago now, and there was a Dateline. It was Dateline or 2020. I forget. It's been a while since I watched the episode, but there was a special on the murder case and the trial and whatnot. And lo and behold, I'm watching this thing, and Darren McDonald was the primary officer who responded to the call.
Oh, really?
I just couldn't believe it. I was watching this thing, and I'm like, oh my God, there's Darren. So that was just a funny little surprise. Yeah, he ended up working that homicide. And
he was with St. Paul, what, 10 plus at minimum
I think
years?
like 12 or something like that. But either way, long tenure with them, and he decided to hop on over to the Brown side. The sheriff knows how to sell, knows how to pitch and recruit. I'll say that.
Well, it's hard not to want to work for a sheriff like that.
Yeah.
So. I think what else we've got going on. I mean, so we're definitely seeing stolens are out there. It's just we're not seeing quite the driving behavior we did, but the flee rate for even non-stolens is just insane. It's just still as high as ever.
There's still plenty of activity going on. It's kind of changed a little bit though. You know, we've just been talking about this recently. Back in the heyday, as we already call it, and I mean this was only a few months ago even. You know, the activity revolving around teens and stolen vehicles and their reckless driving conduct has really diminished. You know, we'd go a whole day and it would just be call after call of dangerous condition or an accident where stolen cars crashed into a tree or pole and a whole car full of juveniles got out and ran, and we'd get multiple of these a day. It's definitely calmed down a little bit, but we certainly welcome the challenge. We're not afraid to go out there and dig up the activity ourselves.
None whatsoever.
I'm sure many of you heard or have at least seen about the recent, how should we put it?
Recovery?
We played party pooper to someone's little birthday bash over the past weekend. What's that?
Gentleman with just gonna cut on top of the street. Totally confused.
Oh, it's an accident.
Anyway, so we had a case of financial transaction card fraud occur at a Target location in Shoreview here just recently, and lo and behold, it was
new message.
the suspect was someone that the CAT and Intel unit were familiar with. Clear revoked. And so we kind of hopped into the investigation, helped out a little bit, and through investigative techniques, we discovered that this particular suspect was hosting a bit of a birthday bash in an Airbnb out in Maple Grove. And so we decided to crash the party a little bit.
Well, unbeknownst to us, we were looking for a suspect, and it wasn't just a little party, and essentially the owner caught wind of it and wanted it terminated. So that individual was taken into custody, and 11 guns later, 7 auto sears or switches.
Were recovered and taken off the street.
Yeah. But it just shows what good police work by, awesome by our initial patrol deputies took the report and gathered all the suspect info, video footage, photographs of that individual, went to one of our CIU investigators, which is the unit that's attached to our patrol division. They investigate all contract city investigations. And that turned into them reaching out with a picture of our known individuals that we were able to ID for them, and away we went. So, one little theft from auto.
If you're able to, can you assist 238?
And this one case alone really just it highlights how many guns are really out there illegitimately. You know, these are all teenagers. We did come across one individual who did have a legal and legitimate permit to purchase, but the rest of the entire party, and we're talking 40, 50 kids, A, they're not old enough and B, they haven't gone through the proper steps to legally own and possess a firearm. And one can only assume the intentions behind these kids carrying these firearms, bringing them to a party where there's alcohol being consumed and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's nothing good, I'll tell you that much.
See the call in the PD parking lot in the Silver Mazda. The report is due to the 2353 Joy.
But I guess you can call it that the war on gun violence in a inner city, it's just gonna continue to rage on.
I think we're at that tipping point here in Minnesota. You guys see it all the time. Minneapolis, Hampton County, all their posts are highlighting what they recover. So it's definitely it's being ramped up to combat that. So in our ventures, we run across firearms all the time. Our suspects are always seen or known with firearms. So it's just gonna keep going until we find a solution. So
we've had our arrestees who we're very familiar with and we've had many contacts with flat out tell us in the interview process they will never not carry a gun, and that's because of ongoing conflicts, disputes with other parties, and they simply fear that while they're out on the street they're going to be, subjected to violence on the part of others. And
what was that?
It's very concerning. I didn't catch it. The sign was in the way.
335.
I mean, truthfully, though, if you look big picture, for how often we know and we've come into contact with young kids that are carrying guns and out committing crimes, I'd honestly say I'm kind of shocked there isn't more gun violence going on. I mean, the rate at which we see these and come across these is very high and consistent, and I guess I'm just thankful that we're not dealing with homicide numbers and shooting rates. I mean, although they are very legitimate here, they're nothing. You look nationwide, down south, Atlanta, other comparable cities and stuff like that, and their numbers really kind of blow us out of the water. So you just try and keep things in perspective.
It is, but I mean, I think our sheriff is pretty good at looking at trends, and he sees what's coming for Minnesota and what's already starting. So
despite the fact that it's relatively low nationwide, I mean, that's something you got to try and smother completely. I mean, the goal is zero for that. Like, we don't want the thought of a teenager going on in the street and committing a drive-by shooting upon another teenager. That's just something is very, very wrong there. About as wrong as it gets as our society goes. So, I think zero is going to be the benchmark that we set for that one.
He was just about to the phone wall.
Here on the left we got a bunch of young ones. It looks like they're having a field day.
This way.
Track and field.
Fun, yeah. Getting outside, getting active. Well, we still can anyway before Minnesota winter sets in. Which car is it?
And that's.
Sorry, folks. We just got some correspondence going on between our.
That's right in the. It's down. It's down there.
Yep.
All right. Sorry. As always, we got other stuff we're digging into, and
we got a couple irons in the fire, some ongoing investigations, and so fortunately we can't be completely overt and show our cards in regards to those right now, but I'm sure you understand.
1333.
It's always fun to give updates after the investigations have reached their conclusion, that's for sure. But while they're ongoing, we got to kind of keep our cards close to our chest. So.
Minnesota Wild blew Edmonton out of the water last night.
The boys are buzzing.
They buzz and then they.
I know it's a long season, but they still love to see it.
They have a great game and then they throw out a.
Just, absolutely. Well, especially in the playoffs.
Minnesota sports, right?
Yeah. Build us up to just break us down.
Vikings are having an up and down season, and then they come and take out the Niners on Monday Night Football, which historically, recently, we haven't had the best effort.
No, I was disappointed. I got offered very cheap tickets to the game yesterday, but
3927.
life's a little bit busy right
You
now.
said no?
Yes, I couldn't make it happen.
Your assignment, 39.
Give me one more of those.
We'd offer you backseaters a cookie dough bite, but I don't think we have enough for everybody.
4447.
I wonder how far quick trips span. It's a Midwest thing, obviously.
Aren't they primarily a Wisconsin?
Yeah,
and now
oh,
they
yeah.
starting to venture here.
You can't throw a rock and
1335.
miss a quick trip.
I'm okay if Quick Trip replaced all gas stations, personally.
Yeah, they blow them out of the water. All right, we got some DOC.
Casey's is a good one, though, because I will give
22630.
Casey some credit. They got, for a gas station pizza, they make pretty good pizza. They got, a taco pizza. Not too bad. What do you got there?
Nothing. Male suspect attempted to hit a staff member with his van and fled the scene. This is over in Central District, though, quite a ways away from us, so not a whole lot. By the time we respond and get over there, there's not a whole lot we're going to be able to do with that.
Squad 145. Security at Coleman Park said there's a male named Tim Maggie, white male in his 50s, with white hair, pink tips, blue shirt, tried to run over a staff member. Over that caravan with us here at X-ray 397, heading back to Roseville address.
Can I get my case number over here?
I think what else we got going on?
057776.
Maybe something. What's going
Yeah,
on?
we got a lot in the fire, but just nothing
1337.
we're going to share at this point. But, it's going good, though. Our last day, I feel like fall's almost over. It's gonna be cold before you know it.
Oh, this has been a great fall, though. Past couple of years, we
A couple blind spots here.
yeah, you're good on my side. You're right. We had classic Minnesota. We got some of the transition months like spring and fall. They end up being very abrupt, and at the drop of a hat, we find ourselves in the Minnesota winter. But anytime we can get these little prolonged falls out, they're just the absolute best. And over where my wife and I just bought a house, we've got all sorts of walking paths and trails, and it's been just been a great thing to be able to take in all the fall colors and.
New message.
PGX.
New message.
See, a couple of you are talking about COVID going back around recently.
New message. New message.
All right, 1 second, backseaters. Is it the bottom? No, it's this. right, sorry about that, backseaters. We had some chatter on the radio that we had to conduct. Yeah, as I was saying though, a couple of you were just recently talking about COVID going back around recently. Well, we had a training. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Huh.
We had a training just like a few weeks ago, and upon returning from this out-of-town training, both my 1-year-old daughter and I came down with COVID. And I actually had to text our director, Steve Lyden, what's the deal with these days? What's the protocol? And he's like, I'm actually gonna have to look it up myself. Well, according to the CDC, you're still supposed to quarantine for 5 days, and so
New message.
as anxious as I was to get back out on the street and start grinding away, I had to find ways to work from home or otherwise twiddle my thumbs. What I'm getting at is those trails were just a godsend for our little quarantine. Every day I'd bundle my little 1-year-old up into the stroller. We'd go walking along the paths and through the fields, and just to have those available for us with the fall weather and stuff like that is actually very, very nice. Worst ways to spend a COVID quarantine.
Yeah.
New message.
3420.
New message.
4420. Not seeing that vehicle. I'll call the comp. Sorry.
What else we got going on?
This is AOA.
What do we got going on with the air here? It's not on. You want it on?
Driving.
A little bit, if you wouldn't mind.
California plate 8 Tom 0.
I'm having flashbacks from our last one where you were just creating a sauna in here on me.
Mute.
All right, yeah, 1 second, folks. We're still working on some stuff here.
We gotta keep you muted for a little while. We'll be back in a second. Sorry about this.
All right, sorry again, folks, for handling an ongoing situation right now. So we might be coming and going just a little bit while this sorts itself out. Adair says we're embracing the mute. I'm glad to hear it.
Ouch.
84.
Oh yeah, I guess is that a slight to the commentary?
It might be.
On a bike.
That's all right though. I'll keep talking.
Copy.
We're getting a couple people requesting that the camera gets tilted up a little bit. Oh, not too much. All right. How's that?
And we'll be DOT.
We got
Definitely
no
1345.
engine block present in the shot anymore.
What are you thinking?
Okay, backseaters, we are back for now. This is still a progressing situation, so we appreciate your patience as always.
Start to 1014 Pacific.
336. 333, you can clear this assist and both of us will be en route.
Copy 337 Delta 1 now.
So I did just return from a week-long vacation last week and down in Florida. And
Clear this call assist.
our first day back, couldn't help but notice that it was 6:30 in the afternoon and it was already dark here. And I saw some kind of infographic the other day online, and it said in the month of October alone, states and areas at the same latitude of Minnesota in the Midwest, they lose about an hour and 45 minutes of daylight, I believe it is. Meanwhile, those southern states, especially down in Florida in particular, they only lose about like 15 minutes of daylight. It's just like, okay,
Thanks for everything, Steve.
it's a little frustrating.
Good luck, Steve. Enjoy.
Who's retiring? It sounds like, don't it?
Yeah.
Safe travel, Steve.
Yeah, we got an EOT going on. We didn't catch who it was, but we got a St. Paul officer who's
We're gonna miss you, Steve.
on his last tour of watch today. Congratulations
Steve.
to him.
For your retirement, Steve. Congratulations, Steve.
Clear my way.
Cappy?
Where are you at, Jones?
For 20, you can send me the animal complaint.
Copy on a loose dog 2318 Maple 1353.
Well, for it only being 1:50 in the afternoon, I've seen a lot of kids.
Yeah, is it early release or something?
What's up with that?
You know, I don't know if it was noticed or not, but the timestamp on both of those videos are between 11:10 and 11:13 a.m.
That's okay. I'm playing it.
Three
She had a gun pointing incident way out west. Black male pulled an automatic pistol out to threaten the comm. Pistol not
They
pointed.
do this squad that can assist 138 Tango.
Got a Toyota
Okay.
Highlander.
Okay, I'm gonna post both of these. And look at the top, and if somebody can explain to me the 11:10 and 11:13 a.m. I'm thinking when he posted it.
We're looking at the Leon and Vea talking about today's post at 1:35 is when it was posted on the thread, and that 1:35 p.m. post. The video that's posted
Yeah, I see that.
St. Paul fire coming in deep.
Yeah. Commenting on that gun pointing, there are a lot more calls for gun pointing incidents that are just involving other people carrying, or legal carriers, or what, but it's definitely picking up. I think I see at least one a day.
Yeah, oh yeah. Lots of threatening manners and whatnot going on throughout the city.
If you are a legal gun owner, that is not how you
That's a good way to have that privilege taken
yeah,
away.
I'm trying to say it the right way. It's not how you're handling yourself properly if you want to keep those privileges. Can't threaten people with them. No matter how mad you are.
Quite the renovation going on here.
Yeah, it is. And it cuts off a lot of avenues.
Oh, yeah.
Did
Well, I was talking about the
anybody by any
church,
chance
but-
jot down the plate on that gray Kia that I put up.
DN 196559.
Yeah, a lot of road closures, as always.
last three again, please.
Construction season here in Minnesota.
559.
Oops.
Did you get that plate up, Pat?
No, I ran a couple of them. They did not come back to Kias. So for you out-of-towners, you'll get a great first-hand look at road closure and construction throughout the city of St. Paul.
4444. All the clear, PT.
Coming. 4320 area. 1359.
Not a lot going on.
No, a lot of report calls. Low priority stuff going on. It's a good thing for citizens of St. Paul, though.
It is. It is. I guess I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Cut the corner there. Kite, didn't they?
Good afternoon, or I don't know what time it must be over there. Probably late evening to Oleg, watching from Ukraine.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Especially with what you guys are dealing with over there.
538 Tango, clear system for 521.
I like to think, since you're able to kick back and watch live on patrol over there, things must be at least somewhat peaceful where you're at.
Calming down, maybe?
Somebody kind of B2 West. See staff at Core regarding a missing that came to school and then left again.
I couldn't imagine being in a position like that.
What was that?
I don't know. Is it almost
Bigger
like a
bird.
pheasant?
Yeah.
Maplewood squads at the PD that consists on a
It's
POR
things like,
registration.
the war on Ukraine and stuff going on with Gaza and Israel, that it's just as terrible as it gets in this world, and it sure makes me realize how lucky we are to, live in a particular area of the world like this, where we don't have to go through anything like that. Literally take up arms and go to battle for the sake of our home, for our kids and family members to be able to live in a peaceful republic or democracy. I always preach. I know it's not easy and not everybody can do it, but traveling abroad is such I think, an important thing to develop perspective and broaden your horizons. Really brings to light how fortunate we are to live in a country like this with all the luxuries and, the economic system that we have and whatnot.
Yeah. Guess on a lighter note, it's Halloween next week.
Yeah. So I mentioned it before, my kid's obsessed with Buzz Lightyear. Of course we got him. It's like the backpack with wings that protrude, you can hit a button and the wings pop out from him.
New message.
He'll be dressing up as Buzz. And my little 1-year-old daughter, I'm trying to find a socks costume. If you've seen the movie Lightyear, like the most recent Buzz movie.
Oh, the cat?
Yeah, the little kitty, that's his little companion. I was thinking it would be a good idea to have my 1-year-old daughter dress up as Socks, and it could be a little duo for Halloween. It'd be pretty cute.
I'm in the department. That's not canon. That's not Toy Story. That's fake Buzz.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Not the Buzz I grew up with.
I still enjoyed it was a good movie, though. Oh no, he just kicked it over the fence.
Uh-oh. Towards us?
I didn't see it where it popped out.
I didn't see it pop out into the
But
street.
dude, that's like a 20-foot fence.
That was a good kick.
We got a missing person, alarm sounding.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely like the lighter. I don't know, it's just too serious of a Buzz. I like the
Yeah, I
Where's
get
Woody?
that. Yeah.
Rex.
And Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Voicing.
Where's Tim Allen?
Yeah.
5284 to 5282.
Well, that's just, that I think Toy Story is like one of the big movies we grew up on. So
Oh,
that's-
definitely.
That's just a
24 hours on the
nostalgia
truck
thing,
stop.
but
Happy Adam
yeah, we'll
Jim.
see.
1149
My middle
Horse
child
River
is
Mill.
going
So,
as
Liquors back on scene.
Bowser.
1405.
Ah,
He is obsessed
Classic.
with Bowser. He's at that stage. He went through a little stage with Buzz. He still likes Buzz, but it's definitely all about Bowser right now. The little one, I think we found all of my kids, their first Halloween usually went as Baby Yoda.
Oh.
It's actually just Yoda.
I dig it, yeah.
They, their babies, Yoda. Baby Yoda. I don't know. Now the oldest one, I forget what he's going to be. I think he got an army costume.
Imagine your guys' neighborhood does up Halloween pretty well.
Yeah, I guess they're probably bracing for 250, 300 plus.
Oh my goodness, that's
kids. It's new developments. They so a lot of them are young families, so it's cool to see. I mean, my first couple houses were in older neighborhoods, so a lot of it was like empty nesters or kids with older teens, and not a lot of trick or treating. So
yeah, it was the same way. We had our neighborhood. Our neighborhood wasn't too bad, but it still wasn't what I imagine. 250 to 300. That's just nuts.
For 266.
I mean, it's really not hard to do. You get 3 kids per household. You get,
Oh yeah, adds up quick.
Yeah.
Mr. Mother's 1236 Park Drive.
You're not going to be handing out apples or something like that, are you?
Do I look like a guy who would hand out apples?
I don't know.
Someone just told me I came into a stash of gummy bears. My mother-in-law provided them, so I put them at the cat office, and someone's like, "Why don't you hand them out for candy?" I only hand out the best candy. The Reese's.
King size, yep. King size Crunch, Reese's, or
Crunch.
I love a Nestle Crunch.
No.
Oh yeah.
I probably TP'd your house back that day, Brandon.
There's so much
king
worse.
Size Crunch
Oh
bar.
yeah, baby.
I bet you hand out Almond Joys too.
No. I don't like coconut.
Some nut goodies.
No. Why are you hating on Crunch? Crunch is delicious.
No.
Oh, the Rice Krispies.
I mean,
in
you
it.
might think of it now, but think of being a kid like it's got to be M&M's, Snickers, Kit Kat.
No.
It's got to be the good stuff. Twix,
I love Kit Kat. Kit Kats are my favorite.
Skittles, Starburst.
But dude, a bunch of Crunch at a movie theater?
Yeah, that's
good
okay. Yeah,
stuff.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But because you got popcorn, but yeah. I mean, you probably hand out the Twizzlers and the little Smarties mix, don't you?
No. I mean, what have we even done?
Nah, I usually do. I'll buy a couple bags of Reese's, a couple different variations.
9273.
Yeah, I try to get what the kids want, man.
Phone call request on a harassment, 1880 Bridge
But
Street.
here's a tip: don't ever buy the assorted ones that have M&M's, Snickers mixed in with Starburst and stuff. We bought one year, and everything tasted.
Oh, they're bad.
They're contaminated.
They're like stale.
Yeah.
Her last was sister with the medics.
Mars. It was.
911. On Otis.
Mars sent back they sent a gift.
Copy.
Whatever it was to buy a different bag, but every candy tasted like Skittles and Starburst, but it was chocolate. It was no bueno. Thomas's tip for Halloween. King size Crunch. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
I mean, I guess to each their own, but
That was there 5 minutes.
Go ahead.
it's just so
Again for
plain.
on the screen. Go for it.
This guy just out for a casual run?
Yeah. It's a beautiful fall day to go for a run.
Young guy.
Someone's doing something else too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Been smelling that for the last couple blocks.
Have a good night, 1410.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's not a whole lot to dig into right now.
Yeah.
We're just trying. We're checking all the side streets.
These trees are beautiful.
Once we get more information.
Copy. Yeah.
Troy Vicks Vaughn with St. Paul just came out of the school, so there's no sign of him.
Copy that. We're gonna just start working areas then.
Yes, Amy says Haribo. Is that how that's pronounced? Haribo? Haribo? The golden, yeah. The gold bag. She says they're the only good ones.
What's the gold
But
bag?
I do, it's the ones that you got, right? There's little gold trim. Yeah,
I don't have any
they're
candy
gold
bags.
and clear. Those are solid. Although I do love, I mean, are we comparing them to fruit chews though? Because I do love me some Welch's fruit chews.
Gummy bears.
Right.
Yeah, they're like the original.
Two different,
Yeah.
two different things.
Yeah, but still, like I wouldn't hand them out for
No.
Mostly medicals.
But
everyone's
no,
got different. You know, I'm just basing. Keep in mind, backseaters. I'm just basing this off my taste buds.
Regarding the.
I'm more of a.
I think it's
I'm more of a
better.
chocolate guy than like fruity.
Oh, totally. Well, sugar. Yeah, I'm a chocolate fiend.
Give me the details of that.
Much more so over like sugary candy.
Yeah, like I mean, I like Starburst and Skittles, but like anything else, I'm like, eh.
It looks like it's going to be similar to what you're on now, where she needed him removed.
Or if you're gonna do that, laugh taffies are good. It's nice to have a good laugh taffy every now and then.
And, you know,
At that time,
one every blue moon. They don't do a whole lot.
We're just trying to be encompassing here.
Is schizophrenic and did not want her son there.
Well, we see. I still gotta go get Halloween
An
candy.
upper unit where his nephew stays.
Okay, thank you.
Is it next Tuesday?
No problem.
We're looking at, right?
What do we got here? Where's the calendar?
Excuse me?
It is next Tuesday.
4447, I'll be clear for send me the pending for 3.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
Copy on a attached garage for some tools at 412.
Huh? That's a. I don't know how to. Did you see that?
No, I missed
Out
it.
on a dangerous
What am I
condition.
Oh.
Southbound
Maybe you're
Snelling
missing.
and County Road B-Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Not surprising.
I mean,
in
at
the
some
least
point,
bit.
that's got to, you know, you got to throw that to the wind. We did the Minnesota Zoo pumpkin trail.
Oh, nice.
You ever done that?
No, we have not. Minnesota Zoo is awesome.
It's like, it's got to be thousands and thousands of pumpkins. We've done it once before. I think last time we went, the theme was like, they had it broken up by countries. It's like the pumpkins were carved like,
Oh, cool.
you know, like here's Mexico or, you know, Ireland or whatever it is. That's kind of how it was broken up. This is, how old's my oldest? This had been, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. But then this one, it was divided up by months. So the theme was like, you know, July. So all the themes were like
4th of July, like.
well, just yeah, whatever would be in July or
Yeah.
Christmas or
Cool. Oh, we love the zoo. It's kind of a jaunt, you know, but we can make our way out there. It's pretty great.
still want to try the treetop trail.
Yeah, my wife was a little disappointed. Just in the like, it's a great. According to her, these are her words. It provides a great view of like the area and like the like it, you know, and stuff like that. But as far as like getting on above animal exhibits, it's kind of limited as to what you can see, especially, you know, if you got a short little 3-year-old or anything like that trying to see animals. It's not ideal, but I have yet to hop on it myself. So
We were looking. Do you think maybe that's like a safe, like you don't want guy jumping
yeah,
into tigers?
very well could be.
You know, you always see those videos of someone thinks they're funny and jumps into an enclosure. Maybe that was their thinking. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it was already. They just converted like the monorail thing right to it, so it was already kind of like
Already there.
pre-existing. So I think they were just kind of working with what they had instead of demolishing it. They turned it into something, but yeah, I'd like to check it out. I hear the zoo has actually pretty cool adult nights.
Adult nights.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch of food vendors, and I think craft breweries and whatnot come out, and it's adults only, so you can have a nice adult beverage and
Was that,
Commander?
no.
Who's that?
The man, the myth, the legend. The undershirt.
Oh. Everyone's popping up with these brand new Tahoes now. It's hard to. They're all black. Very well could have been. I didn't see it. But anyway, yeah, it'd be fun to check out. But
Dull night. It's hard.
We don't
It's tough
have-
to get those on.
I just texted my wife the other day. I'm like, when is the last time we've been on a date alone with no kids and just had a night alone together? And
I can't.
we couldn't even. God, I think last year. I don't know.
It's been, I think, for us since before my new one was born.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. It's just, I mean, it's also, we got 3 kids, so it's tough to, like, dump them on someone for an evening, because it's, you know, you got the 4-year-old who's at his toddler stage, getting into some attitude. The oldest one, I think he's 6, and then the other one's now fully mobile.
I replaced.
Yep.
He's at the point he can stand up without grabbing onto anything, so it's tough to watch him without, like, being fully immersed in
Oh, I know.
his day.
It's full on, hands on. My daughter is just 100% of the time beelining it to danger and peril. And despite the fact that they're fully mobile, they're not stable. So
And now my 2
it's
oldest tell that, you know, they do at school, like, what do you want to be? They both want to be police officers.
Oh.
I don't have the height to tell them that. Yeah.
think long and hard about it, and
it's not happening.
No.
Not that I don't want to deter anybody, but it's tough to want this for my own kid, I guess. We do need good people, but it's a tough job.
It's a great job for someone else.
It's a tough lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a great job for someone else.
Yeah.
As we sit here and
we do
work the street.
Yeah. Well, I like it. I mean, as I've said before, there's no way I could have went and, like, done anything remotely with math.
No.
That's probably the one class I didn't pay attention to. I may have slept through 1 or 2 math classes. It happens.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, especially the middle one, he's all about playing cops and robbers. He's just got to understand he can't do it to his 10-month-old brother. It's tough to reason with a 4-year-old to tell him, like, hey, you know, your baby brother's already on pace to be bigger than you, and one day he's going to start putting this all together.
He's going to take you real quick.
So, you know. But my middle child, he's going to be the smallest one, I think, but he's going to be the feisty. He's definitely going to have
I would be interested to see a Bowden and Anders matchup.
Oh, I mean, Anders and Finn already is...
yeah, right.
Finn's got his hand...
But when Bowden gets to be, you know, stable little dude, it's going to be WrestleMania.
It is. Rob Anders has got that wild child in him, so he likes a good tussle. Household of boys, my poor wife, man. And then I come home and I just feed into it.
You know, it's tough. Because you kind of love it, you know? Just that brother kind of camaraderie.
You know, and sometimes you gotta let it go, and, like, hey, you gotta let them work it out sometimes, you know? There's a point where, you know, you gotta break it up, but...
Yeah,
you know,
but...
they're young, they gotta understand that, hey, you can't just wall up your brother and not expect a reaction out of him. So sometimes I'll just sit and watch and they'll either work it out or you gotta intervene and break it up, but you know, real life consequences for your actions. So.
Yeah. Gotta keep your expectations tempered a little bit. You know, they're gonna have their conflicts and they're gonna have their issues, and they gotta. You can't just sort everything out for them. You know.
And then when they realize that, they're catching on, though. I think they're catching on. But then you get the nights where they're just off the walls, and no matter how you handle it, there's just no overcoming it. It's just, yeah.
4447 arriving.
Still a lot of.
Anders drew a picture for Bob. So here's a funny story. My kid's name is Anders, and technically the first Segelstrom that came here from Sweden it was that name, but that's how we like to say it. But it's, I think, so in Sweden it's Anders.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it's pronounced. And my kids have met Bob a few times, and Bob calls him Anders. And initially he would correct him a few times. No, it's Anders. Well, he went to preschool the other day, I think last Thursday.
3-2 copy.
And the teacher called him Anders, and he looks at her. It's Anders. That's what Bob calls it. I looked at my wife. I said, "Yeah, the sheriff is not dictating." But now he corrects us. Now he's Anders. No.
He is the boss.
It's Anders. He thinks he's the boss, but he's not winning that one. So the middle child is completely infatuated with the sheriff, and now he is even caught on to pronouncing his name the way the sheriff does. Hopefully it dies off.
Yeah.
But ultimately it is his name, so like
A little bit of time.
I mean
9271, 9275.
I don't know. So, see, with Kyle, I don't have to really
no.
worry about like different pronunciations of my name.
9273.
So I don't know. I can't really weigh in on that
No, I
topic.
can't
You know,
either.
if someone were to call me Anders and it's technically I don't know how I'd feel. So we'll let him.
I honestly, I guess if he ultimately wanted to be called that, that's on him, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, that's because like my last name, I have siblings who say it differently than I do, and I got like other family members, and it's just. I mean, I'm right. It's my last name, and they're wrong. But yeah, we'll see. Till then, it's Anders.
Yeah, a little bit of time, out of sight, out of mind. He should forget.
He should, but they're at that age where they catch on to stuff like my initials. So I go by my initials with like family.
Panic alarm at the Dollar General, just south of us. Payne and Payne and Cook.
Register.
Where at?
It's the. Let's see. TC's calling now. Covers front register. Well, folks, on days like today when we just, as you can see, we're not having a ton of activity, to say the least, regarding stolen vehicles. When a potential priority call like this pops up, we'll be more than happy to assist. So we'll at least roll by there.
5230.
Make sure the place isn't getting
I'll let the other guys know we're going.
stuck up. Just so you guys know, we're going to be rolling to this duress alarm Dollar General at 1055 Payne. We're not too far away, so we'll check it out.
We're just kind of in a bad spot right now.
Yeah, I'm going to. 5230.
Sometimes they're accidentally hit, but then sometimes they just got either.
Oh, robberies definitely happen. We've had kind of a rash of them here in St. Paul.
Night.
Yep. I mean, to do a dollar store, though, you'd think. I don't know. I'm not going to try and put myself in the mind of a criminal on that one. But you'd think you'd go for a little bit bigger of a score than a dollar store.
Yeah.
We got multiple squads already coming into the scene.
1897.
I think a lot of ones I see here are just unruly people.
Yeah, very
At
well
this
could
store.
be.
3297.
Phone call request regarding harassing made to
Make sure
a business
Pack sets up
24
the right channel.
Brighton Lane.
everything seems business as usual.
Just take this plate down.
Yeah,
take that plate down.
RV AAA.
Just in case we don't know what's going on.
New message.
Be sure to put a seatbelt on.
I don't think he's involved.
He was more concerned about not getting a seatbelt ticket than.
I'll go in with them.
Yep. All right.
New message.
Yeah, everything's all fine. Accidental hit.
New message.
So Thomas is just gonna go in and check in with him. I guess I'll take this opportunity to stretch the legs a little bit. Getting a little stiff with the lower back.
Well, we took care of it. No big deal.
Yep.
It was nothing. Accidental.
Nothing but a good chance to stretch the legs and back a little bit.
Yeah.
Flush 456, checking your status.
Okay. Good work.
1427.
Oh, what's that smell?
353 clear, false alarm, 333 in county.
Copy.
Onward and forward, sir. Any good questions? Nothing?
Just your typical chatter. Let's see. I haven't.
It's a tough task being the passenger on a live. You're trying to. Some multitasking takes place.
Oh, here we go.
That's you. Thank you, sir. Safety first.
Yeah.
Just not let it happen again, okay?
Sure thing, yeah. More road closures. Oh, cases
It's always
closed. My
it's our
God.
main.
It's all the ones that are just
Earl
key.
case.
Maryland,
Johnson Parkway or not? Yeah, Maryland.
Kellogg, Plato.
A female that's outside breaking and throwing things, stealing
I
at
think we're
residence.
The Ruth Bridge, is that still down? Over off 94?
Yep. Sure is. That's a.
We've had many a stolen flee from us on that bridge.
Oh yeah.
Up, across, down.
53 Tango clear system, all back 59.
We got Susan asking how long we've been in law enforcement. I have been with the department for 6 years. It was my first cop job. And yeah, it's safe to say I'm very happy with where I ended up. Segelstrom, you're not too far behind me, but you were also with the jail.
6 year. Okay. You're coming up on 6, right?
I just passed 6.
What? You started in 2017?
August. Yep, August of 2017.
I've been with the Sheriff's Office since 16. I started off in the jail.
Sparks is doing just fine for all of you late joiners. Yeah, we could just briefly go over that again. So a state-funded TZD, it stands for Towards Zero Deaths. They initiate, or they conduct, I should say, just numerous types of traffic initiatives, whether it's drunk driving, seatbelts, distracted driving. One of the grant-funded officers last night stopped a vehicle. They attempted to. They ended up fleeing, and Deputy Darren McDonald was able to pick it up. Attempted to conduct a VIT, or did conduct a VIT.
Hit.
Sorry, yes, hit maneuver. Suspect was able to drive off of it and continue to flee, and in doing so, intentionally swerved and T-boned Nicole Sparks on the driver's side of her squad. And yes, she is doing just fine. She is okay. So
As of now, though, because that stuff creeps up
oh
on
yeah, there could be some lingering stuff going on there.
day or two goes by, and all of a sudden you wake up and dang,
Yep.
I can't turn my neck to the right.
Yep.
So that's just something that's just going to have to be monitored. Her car has definitely seen better days. So that individual's got at least 3 serious felonies heading their way. If not, we'll see what else comes of it. So.
And we had a meeting with the representative of the county attorney's office today, and we are definitely going to collaboratively pursue a assault 2 charge at the very least. Hopefully keep that person in custody where they belong for at least some time.
5230.
We'll venture across the freeway, and then we do have to end a little early today. Got some housekeeping stuff we got to take care of before EOT. Reports and such, and go from there. So we tried to get on as early as we could, but Wednesdays we also do a meeting with other agencies and entities to, as he said, collaborate on our efforts. So we're in a bit of a rush today. It went over a little over time.
What time are you open? Check, please.
Susan is also wondering if Nicole will be out Friday night. Honestly, I can't say for sure.
Yeah, she's part of our afternoon crew, so for the most part, scheduling and stuff it's kind of handled by their sergeant, Suki. So I don't know their days off or, if anything else comes up. But she's out Fridays. It's just each Friday is a little different. So tough to say.
This is 1286 Hazelwood from 102 Cedar Compass 1242 Hazelwood in a blue Chevy Equinox to retrieve belongings.
Still, just nothing popping up call wise. I just can't,
333 cancel 346.
Kind of eerie.
346.
Got me a little worried.
Calm before the storm.
Yeah, something's up.
You think something's brewing? Or are you just being superstitious?
Always
353, cancel 45 as well. Nicole.
suspicious.
345.
We can go.
Oh, glad to see my wife got to chime in on the message board and yell at me for not wearing my seatbelt. So I got you to my left.
Don't worry, we'll address it later.
My wife's always in the ear.
Let her in your file.
Mm-hmm. She's never far, is she?
I think you can deal with her. We'll skip the letter in the file this time.
Well, yeah, we'll handle this one internally.
I'll let your wife handle it, obviously.
Yeah.
Alright, chunks at thing.
I know. Mute it real quick. Sure.
Yeah, we'll let your wife deal with that. It's kind of like, sometimes when you're on patrol and you run into some juveniles for, it's minor stuff, but, you could curfew, a few other things. And sometimes the wrath of the parent is better.
Or wife.
Or wife.
God,
I mean,
it's not one thing, it's another. Let me tell you.
Hey, stop.
I'm always getting in trouble.
Stop. Stop while you're already behind. It's better you than me, though.
That's your grandpa saying. You love that one, don't you?
Yeah, because
King, yellow.
It's true. it's one of those ones that's always true.
Copy.
yeah.
Copy.
2260, I took your stuff.
Copy, thank you.
What's going on? On this right.
Okay.
They're just flipping at you. That's what they're doing.
They're confused.
No, they were flipping at you. It was just
24
pull
74
out
transport.
and-
2474.
So we were talking about the topic of gun violence
529 sir.
earlier in the broadcast, and
Okay, thank you.
right here, the Oakdale Cemetery was the location of some recent gun violence.
1430.
What did I hear? 150 shots?
130 casings, I believe.
Yeah, 130 shots fired.
That's the ones that were located, right?
Yeah.
You know. It was during a celebration of life for someone who
256.
is deceased from gun violence, I believe.
Yep.
So
Receipt 1437.
it's gonna take everybody putting their heads together on combating this, because we talk about it all the time. We run into ineligible individuals, whether it's because of age or criminal history, etc., that are carrying firearms. A lot of them are stolen,
1436.
and then you run into ones that aren't stolen, but they got their hands on them anyhow. So you hear the term straw purchasers, where someone who can legally buy them buys them, and with intent to sell them off to people who are ineligible.
On an
So
animal complaint.
it's a huge no-no.
People outside loose and aggressive.
But,
ongoing issue with dogs.
you know, it is an issue that
Heavy.
we're trying to deal with.
It's definitely a battle worth fighting. Despite the fact that this is one of the topics, we bring it up all the time, is it's like, you know, we have our successes on the law enforcement side, we make arrests, we get guns off the streets, and then it's just like, you know, it's just overwhelming how many there are at all times, and you know, these offenders get back out, and they tend to pick guns back up essentially immediately. So it's you know, it certainly can feel like a losing battle at times, but we always got to remind ourselves that we are making a difference in our successes out there. And imagine how things would be if we weren't out here doing what we're doing, suppressing it as much as we can.
Prior to our arrival,
Doesn't change the fact just one youth lost to gun violence feels like a loss. So definitely, just one, and all it takes is one, and you
Yeah.
shake your head.
There's nothing more tragic.
Whether it's construction or other work going on. What are they doing here? Blacktop?
Blacktop Pro.
New driveway. It's a lot of equipment for a
Yeah.
blacktop.
They got quite the lift of trucks with graphic vinyl on them.
1439.
Anything else impending
No.
before we go?
Maybe a drunk person. DKP. We got a drunk male who has been drinking all day and is trying to leave and drive away. So his loved one is trying to prevent anything bad from happening.
It's okay to party all day. It's just another to then go drive.
Yeah, to each their own.
Bus come through. do you think? Any parting words for our backseaters?
No, I'm glad to be back in the saddle for a little bit. It's been a long time. Not that I'm sure the backseaters really noticed or missed, but it's always fun getting out here with you guys and changing it up a bit and showing you what we do. Unfortunately, obviously, as you can see, not every day is full of action and activity, but that's how it goes. You know, they say a bad day of fishing beats a good day at work, and I look at this as, you know, just another day of fishing.
While at work?
Can't always, you can't always catch a fish, but it's fun to get out there and try, and we'll always be out here.
So we appreciate you right along. Sorry for cutting it short today. Next Wednesday we'll try to see what we can do to maybe go longer than a couple hours. Try to pay you back. So we appreciate you riding. Have a good day.
Take care, folks.